Manifesting this finds the right collective. I was hearing that the hardest part is over. The hardest part is over. It feels like you've been really struggling with some of the energies surrounding you, a specific situation that maybe felt like a repetitive cycle. For some of you, I'm picking up kind of like narcissistic abuse type of energy where you've maybe dealt with somebody who just was a very difficult personality for you to put up with, because I'm getting the sense that you are a very empathetic, soft hearted, kind of soft loving type of person. And so this felt very contrast to who you are. And there was a lot of confusion. There was a lot of confusion as to why you were dealing with this. But I do feel like it's made you stronger. You've come out the other side. The hardest part is over. It feels like there are still some pieces that need to fall in line, for you to fully transition out of this difficult period or energy. But I do feel like whatever is next is going to be much easier than what you've already accomplished, what you've already healed, what you've already worked on, up until this point, depending on your situation and what exactly this is. I do feel a lot of like heavy emotions, possible like depression, anxiety, being up at night, just maybe even having like health problems is significant for this collective, like physical health issues. But you're coming out on the other side of this. Again, the hardest part is over. You're on your way to more peace, more harmony. You're on your way to healing, is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's get some. I love it. Split the deck to Four of Wands. We had Judgment on the bottom as well. So yeah, there is an up leveling happening for you right now. A wish being manifested, giving you more stability, giving you more structure. For some of you, this has to do with family. Okay, let's see what else there is. And it's so funny. I have my son. He's supposed to be doing quiet time, but he's like screaming jingle bells. And I was hearing Christmas in July. So for some of you, maybe this is something to look forward to in July. Take what resonates always. But yeah, something about like a surprise gift or something happening positively that feels like Christmas in the summertime. Okay, let's see. What else can this collective know, please, Spirit? Okay. Yeah, some of you, wow. Some of you are falling into union, receiving some sort of opportunity, some sort of offer. This could be like a really aligned job opportunity. This could be finding your soulmate, okay? Like literally meeting the person that you're meant to build your life with, or finally connecting in that way, because you've released some of those difficult energies that you've been in, because you've healed. I feel like you've just done so much healing. Like you've been healing so much. And so your guides and your angels, spirit source is trying to encourage you that the hardest part is over. Healing can be very strenuous. You're coming out the other side and you're going to recognize that all of that work, all of that attention that you've put on your healing journey is paying off, because it's leading you to this. It's leading you to finally coming into union with your wish, finally receiving an offer, an opportunity that you have literally been manifesting, praying for. I'm feeling calling out to the universe just for a chance. I'm hearing like, just give me a chance. I promise I'll do good on my word. I promise. Like you're talking to the divine a lot lately, is what it feels like. Asking for that guidance, asking for that reprieve, asking for things to alleviate. Okay, and you're receiving confirmation here that that's what's on its way to you. Okay, we have the Chariot, Two of Pentacles, 222 being significant. You're finding balance. You're falling into more balance. You're seeing shifts and changes within the dynamics of your environment. Okay, so again, like for some of you who have been through really difficult relationships lately or difficult situations lately, it's like you're coming out of that. You're coming out of that. And I want to be clear, because the message coming through is not that the journey is over, it's that the hardest part is over. So there are still steps that are like going to require some follow-up, going to require some attention, but it's going to be so much easier than what you've overcome, okay? You're getting closer to the finish line. You're moving forward in a positive direction, feeling more empowered, feeling more stronger, okay? Yeah, the Four of Wands showing up on the bottom. We just got Knight of Pentacles, so it's been a very slow journey. It's been a slow journey, but this is something coming in for you. Finally, I'm hearing finally. Yeah, finally. Oh, wow. Yeah, Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Okay, so there is something quickly shifting in your reality that is taking you out of that difficulty, that pain, that feeling of lack, not having your resources, not feeling supported. Okay, again, narcissism keeps coming through, so that may have been like a very difficult thing that you've been dealing with, but it's like you're ending this now. So maybe you've decided to walk away from a certain situation. Maybe you've decided to turn your back on something that just was giving you pain. Every chance you looked at it, or every time you were around it, it was just causing you more pain than anything. But this feeling of not being provided for again, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like, I'm almost feeling like there have been times where you felt like the divine had abandoned you. Okay, that's what's ending. That's what's ending here. There is a cycle that is closing out. You're going to feel much more provided for. You're not going to feel that feeling of lack. And it feels like there's going to be a fast shift. Like it's been building up behind the scenes or through the work that you've been doing. You've been, again, doing so much healing. It's been a process. It's been lengthy. But once this blessing comes in, it's like the last bit of it is going to take, it's just going to get you to the finish line so much faster. So it's kind of like I'm feeling this energy of you dragging out the first 3/4 of this process. Okay, it's feeling very slow. It's feeling like you've had a lot of impatience. Okay, it's like one foot in front of the other. Okay, I just got to get it through this hour. I got to get through this day. I got to get through the week. That's the energy. And I feel like it's soon going to change where it's like, oh, okay, I see clearly where I'm heading. I'm going to like go for it. Take action towards it. For some of you, there's like a plan in place. You've created a plan. You're taking action on that plan. Yeah, taking action. 8 of Swords. Okay, you're coming out of a period of feeling like you couldn't do this for yourself. Like there is so much pain in this situation, so much pain in your surroundings, in your environment, that you started to feel trapped by this. You started to feel like a victim, like there was no way out. I'm kind of getting the energy of like, okay, well, I guess this is just how my life has to be, or okay, I guess I just have to accept this pain. There's not better for me. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to get out of the situation. But you're finally getting yourself out of the situation. You're finally getting yourself out of this situation. And it's because of, again, the healing that you've done, the steps that you've taken, even if they felt small. Okay, every step that you've taken in the right direction is what's allowing this momentum. The momentum was building up behind the scenes, and now it's coming to the surface to where you're able to, again, just like go for it. Like you're able to just finally jump and make that move. Last message, please. Rainbows are significant here. I'm hearing chimes as well. Wind. Getting hot. Okay. Yeah. You're allowed to receive now. You're safe. You're safe. You've done so much of the work again. For a lot of you, again, there's something here about like family. Perhaps some of you have been trying to create a family. I feel like this is confirmation of that with the Empress here. This is like the mother energy of the tarot deck, okay? Regardless of gender. But there is something here where you're going to feel nurtured. You're going to feel like you can finally receive. And again, there's like this reprieve, this feeling of a weight being lifted off of you, the end to a painful cycle. You no longer have to feel trapped. I feel like you've already kind of gotten out of that feeling of being trapped. And now it's just, again, like those final steps to getting exactly what you want, what you deserve, this union that's awaiting you, that's filled with love, filled with compassion. So different from where you've come from. Okay? I'm sending you so much love.